Greetings, friends. The events of the last few days have brought New York City into a state of unexpected challenges and oddities. Ahead of us are damage investigations after the recent flooding, as well as surprising incidents that have stunned many. In the aftermath of the flooding, assessing the damage remains one of the main tasks of the authorities. There are no exact figures yet, but it is worth noting that it is significant. In some areas, the water level reached 100 centimeters, which caused destruction in many elements of the city's infrastructure. However, in addition to this, several unusual and even funny events occurred. One of the locals shared video clips showing the rain accompanied by a fire in the sewer system. This is something unusual and raises questions about the nature of this phenomenon. There are always those who are able to turn even bad situations in their favor. For example, some have decided to open swimming courses to help townspeople learn a new skill in times of disaster. Others did panic shopping and stocked up on items from store shelves. One of the most amazing moments in the whole story is the escape of the harbor seals from the local zoo. This event has generated a lot of attention on social media, and many have expressed concern for the welfare of these animals. Hopefully, they will be found soon and return to safety. The flooding that began in late September continues to gain momentum, and it's happening in Vietnam. The country continues to experience bad weather and prolonged rains that have swept across northern and central areas. So far, according to the country's National Steering Committee for Disaster Prevention and Control, one more person is missing and 10 people have been sent to hospital as a result of the disaster. It should be noted, however, that such natural phenomena, although scary, are not something supernatural in this part of the world. Vietnam periodically faces such natural disasters, and they happen here at least once a year. Floods, damage to houses, roads, and crops are unfortunately not uncommon, and the country's authorities are actively working to prevent and minimize damage in such situations. A terrible event occurred in Egypt. The building of a police station in one of the districts burst into flames, and it became a major news event. According to eyewitnesses, the fire started on several floors of the 8-story building, and the incident completely destroyed it. Egyptian media reported on the heroic efforts of the civil defense forces to bring the fire under control and prevent it from spreading. However, as seen in video footage from the scene, it was not easy to control the flames. 12 victims received emergency medical treatment on the spot, while another 26 people were taken to hospital with various injuries and burns. The exact number of people who were in the building when the fire started remains unclear. Also unknown are the causes of the fire, which are currently being investigated by the competent authorities. In the Oxford area there was an explosion, which is called the most powerful for the last 10 years in Britain. The incident occurred at a biogas production and transportation facility, and its cause was unexpected. According to the company operator, the explosion was caused by a lightning strike followed by the ignition of a combustible substance. The flames erupted and rose upwards to a considerable height, reaching several tens of meters. The explosion and subsequent fire reportedly left more than 80,000 people without power. Dozens of firefighting crews worked at the scene to tackle the fire and minimize damage. This incident is a reminder of how important it is to be prepared for the unexpected and to strengthen safety measures in industry. Meanwhile, a sudden and powerful tropical cyclone Philippe struck Guadeloupe, a French overseas territory located on islands in the southern Caribbean Sea. The results were evident on television and in the news. Strong hurricane-force winds with gusts of up to 150 kilometers per hour felled trees and damaged houses, especially roofs and windows. Prolonged rainfall has also left its mark, and meteorologists cannot predict exactly when it will stop. Authorities are urging residents not to leave safe places unless absolutely necessary and to observe the warnings. It's also worth noting that Tropical Storm Felipe impacted not only Guadeloupe, but also the Dominican Republic, where the scene is similar. In China, a new page in the history of transportation, with the opening of a high-speed railroad connecting Fujian and Fujiu provinces to the largest port on the coast of the Taiwan Strait, Xi'an. This joyous event was reported by Xinhua News Agency. Surprisingly, this railroad is not limited to its route. The train continues its journey to Chengzhou, crossing 3 coastal bays in the process. The maximum speed at which the trains can travel reaches an impressive 350 kilometers per hour, making the journey fast and convenient. This railroad extends for 277 kilometers, and the journey from Fujiu to Xi'an port now takes less than an hour. This means a huge reduction in travel time for people in the region who previously spent about an hour and a half on this journey. In the Anapai area, a wonderful event happened that brought joy to many tourists at the local beach. A small family of dolphins decided to put on a real show, and this amazing sight was captured on video. The mammals cheerfully played and swam close to the bathing tourists, as if they too wanted to join this joyful dolphin party. What is especially pleasant is that these wonderful creatures not only did not scare the vacationers, but also gave them a lot of positive emotions and a great mood. And finally, there was an earthquake, and this time it happened in Tajikistan with a magnitude of 5.3. The authorities of the country assured that no one was injured, which is confirmed by data from the EMCS portal. Seismologists specified that the epicenter of the earthquake was located 44 kilometers southeast of the town of Caracan, where about 3,000 citizens live. Scientists also say that the origin of the tremors was at a depth of 15 kilometers. Friends, encountering natural disasters such as earthquakes and floods has become more frequent in recent years. Why is this happening? The scientific community believes that climate change as well as geological factors may play a role in the increase in frequency of these events. So what should people do in these situations? It is important to be prepared. Developing and understanding an evacuation plan, securing food and water supplies, and preparing for medical care are important steps. Community support and mutual aid are also key. Don't forget that we are stronger together. Share your knowledge and resources in the comments, and most importantly, stay healthy. Well-being and safety to all of you.